everyone, it's Melanie here from Bright House Scents, and I have my vendor Wax Empties to go through with you. So I have been warming all sorts of types of scents. So the weather's kind of nice here, and normally by this stage I'm kind of like transitioning into like spring, if not summer scents, but I'm struggling with throw in my house right now. So it's like I'm not smelling my wax for whatever reason. And it's not like one specific vendor. It's like all the vendors, except for one vendor, and I'm going to talk about that at the end, is performing like an absolute champion. But all the other vendors and Scentsy and all the wax, it's just like, it's not performing the way it normally would. And some of these scents are like tried, tested, and true. They always perform for me, and they're not performing right now. So what I've been doing is I've been warming scents that maybe I wouldn't necessarily warm around this time of year, just because I know they're going to be strong and I really want to smell something in my house. So I kind of have like an array of different scents that I've been getting into. Like one of them was like a Christmas scent, I think. Like, I don't know, things are getting crazy. I just want to smell something in my house right now, and it's so weird. Like, I don't know, my wax is not throwing. So yeah, we're just gonna go through it. I'll go through vendor by vendor and give you my thoughts. And I'm gonna tell you that a lot of these didn't perform well, and I can't really say that it's the wax or it's not the wax. I think I'm just in a weird place in my house where the weather's weird and things are weird, and I think it's my house. So I'm just giving that disclaimer so that if you're like, oh, maybe I wanted to try that vendor, but I won't because it's not throwing. I mean, you know, I think it's just me. Okay, so let me start off with the Pharmacist's Daughter because I've never warmed this wax before, ever. I got this from my friend Christine. She sent me a little care package recently, and this was in it. So this is cookies for Santa, and it's snickerdoodle, cinnamon sugar, donut, funnel cake, and zucchini bread. And I love everything bakery, and Christine knows that. So this was awesome. It was everything bakery, and it actually did throw pretty well. And I had hoped it would too, because when I smelled it in the bag, it seemed like it was pretty strong. And usually in the mornings I warm bakery, and then in the afternoon I sort of transition from my bakery scents into, you know, fruity or whatever I'm going to get into for the rest of the day, because I find my bakery scents don't last that long. You know, they only go for a few hours anyway, so I just do them early in the morning and then I swap my wax. But this one went for like a solid 8 hours, so I was pretty happy with that. Cookies for Santa from the Pharmacist's Daughter. The next one is from Rose Girls, and this is Snickers Coffee Cannoli. It's coffee, caramel, peanuts, milk, chocolate, and cannoli. And for me, I just got like rich coffee with some extra sweetness. I really, really, really like this one. But I like everything coffee, and I find Rose Girls coffee scents perform pretty well in my house. I get like a really nice, rich, strong coffee. So that one did really well. Okay, Ella After Wax Co. I did Party Animal. This is strawberry key lime birthday cake. It smelled amazing in the bag. It smelled like strawberry key lime birthday cake in the bag. Basically, I got like 2 hours of scent from it. No throw, none. It was devastating. Okay, Very Superstitious. This is strudel and spice, pumpkin pecan cheese cake and waffles. No throw, none, literally no smell. Devastating. Again, I was devastated. And I'm like, it smells good in the bag. My house is weird right now. Bah Humbug. This is Serendipity, Twisted Peppermint, and Ice Cream. I did this one in my bathrooms because I find, you know, peppermint's good for the bathroom to clean it out, freshen up the space, you know. And I did get scent from this, but like super minimal, like not even a day's worth of scent. And that's in my bathroom, like such a small space. Yeah, it was really, really sad. Winters in Warsaw. This is appleberry, cinnamon, and frosted sugar cookies. I did this one in my basement, and this one lasted for about a day, so I did get some throw from it, but even still, it was probably like, maybe at best, it hit a medium throw at best, but for the most part, it was light. And then I did my favorite from Ella After Wax Co. It is Tiny Tim, Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, and Tea and Cakes. This one throws extremely well in my house. So I'm like, let me just put Tiny Tim in and see. Because if Tiny Tim doesn't throw, then I don't know what I'm going to do here. And it did throw. It was awesome. And I got like, oh, it's just this is one of my favorite scents ever. It smells like iced tea to me. Sweet, sugary iced tea. And I don't know why, but I love that. So, yeah. That one threw really, really well. That's my favorite scent from Ella After Wax Co. Okay, Harper James. Look, I dove into the Harper James wax. So Harper James gives me pretty good throw. And what I do is I use my Scentsy warmers and I use my tea light warmers. For all of this wax, I'm using both. I'm using my like bulb warmers and I'm using my tea light warmers. So yeah, I did that with all of these. And Harper James throws pretty well for me. So I was getting into it because it was one of the ones that was just giving me a bit more scent than everything else. Strawberry pound cake. Strawberry lemon zest pound cake, whipped cream, everything awesome. I got about 4 hours from that. Salted pretzel. Yes, please, and yes, please again. I got about 6 hours from that one. And most of these are throwing at about a medium. Unless I'm telling you otherwise, I'm getting medium throw from these. Carrot cake. Oh, I loved this so much. I put it in my bulb warmers. I put it in my tea lights. I didn't get much scent from this and I was so sad because it smelled like what I could get was so good. Yeah, but it was super, super light, but I loved it. Okay, zucchini bread. This performs like a champion. If you've not tried Harper James zucchini bread, this blows me right out of my house. I love it. 10 out of 10. Each and every time I use it, 10 out of 10. It's so good. Saltwater taffy, medium throw. I got about maybe 5 or 6 hours from that. Vanilla butter fudge. This is one of the ones that doesn't throw very well for me, but it smells so good. So I specifically put this in my tea lights, not in my regular warmers, because I find it just needs to be like hotter to get the better throw. But even still, I only get about 4 hours from that. And same goes for Twinkies. Twinkies, I get about 4 hours from that too, and I put that in my tea lights. Lemon raspberry tart. This is raspberry, lemon, brown sugar, and whipped cream. It smelled amazing. I got about 6 hours from that. Mugs and Kisses. Oh yeah, this one was good. Strawberry pound cake, espresso, maple, and sugar cookie. I love espresso. So it was great. The espresso mixed with the strawberry pound cake was interesting. I didn't really know what to expect from that, and I really liked that. That's Mugs and Kisses. I got about 6 hours from that one. Raspberry jam. Ooh, no, I'm not here for this. So raspberry jam, it's like you would think it's going to be bakery or like edible, but the raspberry is like floral. So I used it in my bathrooms and it was fine. It's just like I wouldn't repurchase this because it does not smell like raspberry jam. It smells like raspberry blossoms, you know, like flowery raspberry. So it performed super well in my bathrooms. My bathrooms are obviously like a small space. Performed really well in there. It's just like, I want bakery, and that is not bakery. Sugar cookie, standard stuff. I got about 4 hours from that. Saltwater taffy again. I went hard on that one. I really like this one. It smells exactly like saltwater taffy. Crunch berries. This one, no, this is another one I wouldn't buy again. You know what I find with crunch berries? There's a lot of lemon in crunch berries. Yeah. So there's a lot of lemon in crunch berry, or even a lot of like the cereal smells. I feel like they're doused with lemon, and sometimes the lemon comes across to me as like lemon floor cleaner. And not that this was like super floor cleaner, it was definitely not, but I got like little hints of it here and there. So that wouldn't be a repurchase for me. And then my most favorite Harper James wax of all time is called Fresh Baked Bread. And it smells like a freshly baked baguette is in my oven. And I love it. It is a 10 out of 10 performance. It goes for a solid 8 to 10 hours. It just cranks bread smell in my house, and I adore it. So yeah, I finished a bag, and I have another bag of that I'm working on now, and it's just so good. Okay. Sassy Girl Aroma. I have found my new love in life. If you're not getting into it, you need to get into it. It's so, so, so good for me right now. So it's throwing, and you know, most of the wax is not throwing very well in my house, and it's frustrating. Sassy Girl is here. She is like, I am here, a 10 out of 10. I am in it, I'm wax, and I am going to give you smell. My house smells so good with this wax. It's like, it's strong. I would say the lightest performer that I've had in this is still an 8 out of 10. And most of these are performing 10 out of 10. I am 100% satisfied, and I'm getting at least 6 hours, if not maybe 10 or 12 hours. That makes me happy. So I am in love with Sassy Girl Aroma. I'm not gonna lie, she does a pre-order every week. Okay, guys, she does a pre-order every week. So I didn't realize this, and then I was like on her Facebook page, and then it's like, oh, pre-order. And then I see this post for like, oh, pre-order this week and pre-order this week. And I'm like, does this girl do a pre-order every week? She does. So I've been ordering. The last 3 weeks in a row, I ordered. So in like another 3 or 4 weeks, or however long it takes to get these pre-orders, I'm just gonna have so much Sassy Girl Aroma wax, and I'm thrilled about it. So yeah, it's performing. It's the best performing wax that I'm using right now, which is great. So let's go through them. Baked bread and lattes, fresh baked bread, caramel and coffee. It smells exactly like it. Coffee and bread and everything good and everything bakery. I use the whole thing. These are big too, these bags. They are, what are they? 6.8 ounces. So I get 3 warms in my open concept from one of these bags. So I would have warmed this 3 times in my open concept. Unless I decide to put the scent in my entire house, like basement, upstairs, bathrooms, my whole house, then I could use one of these whole things to do my whole house. But I don't usually do that. Okay, Tiffany's chocolate latte, cupcakes at Tiffany's, hot chocolate, coffee and caramel. Again, the coffee is beautiful. I think Sassy Girl has my most favorite coffee smell. It's not bitter, but it's like you still get really rich coffee smell, but no bitterness. It's really great. And then mixed with the chocolate, it was really good. I would say this was one of the lighter performers. I got about an 8 out of 10 on that one, which is still amazing. Like, I'm not complaining over here. Cherries on top. Okay, this one, no, I can't purchase this one again. This was too crazy. Wait, was this the one that was too crazy? Yeah, it was. Okay. So cherries on top is zucchini, birthday, cherry crumb pie, pistachio, which is like, I'm here for it. That's everything that Melanie loves, except the cherry. I would have moments where the cherry got like just a little bit too syrupy, like cough syrup. So I'd have these moments where it was like everything's good and it's cherry and it's pistachio and it smells so good, and then I just have this whiff where I'm like, ooh, cough syrup. No, I don't like that. So it kind of like went in waves, and this was strong. 10 out of 10 performance. It was so good, except it wasn't, because of the cough syrup. So I would not repurchase that, but I just have like a really sensitive nose when it comes to that. I either love or I hate cherry, I'm sensitive to that. So it performed super, super well. When it wasn't cough syrup, it was awesome. So yeah, that was called Cherries on Top. Cookie Monster pretzel. This might be my favorite one I've ever tried from Sassy Girl. It just smells like amazing pretzel bakery. 10 out of 10 performance. Awesome. Ice cream and pistachios. Pistachio, almond, and vanilla bean. I got about an 8 out of 10. And this went for about 8 hours. Amazing. Banana nut bread. Okay, so this one was really interesting. I love banana smell, and I was expecting to get like banana mixed with like the spices and all of that. But actually what I got from this was like banana mixed with bread, but not like the spices that you put in when you have like a banana bread, What do you put in that? Nutmeg, that type of thing. I didn't get that. So I loved this because I'm like, I'm here for banana and I'm here for bread. So this is fantastic for me. I love this. But if you're thinking that it's going to be like banana nut bread where you get sort of like the nuttiness and you get like the spices, it was not that. So yeah. But I mean, it was amazing for me. Loved it. Okay, so that's my vendor wax. That's what I've been getting into. My absolute favorite wax right now is Sassy Girl for performance. I've yet to have any Sassy Girl aroma wax not perform for me. And I can't say that about any other wax, including vendor wax or Scentsy wax or retail wax or any wax. There's always some of it that's not performing. And I've yet to experience that from Sassy Girl Aroma. So, yay. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.